It's a warm, golden Tennessee morning, and today's adventure takes us to one of the most iconic waterfalls in the state. Welcome to Cummins Falls State Park in Cookeville. I've got my favorite crew with me, Elle, Dekllan, and their dad, George. We've started off our day at the Visitor Center, which is the best place to kick off any visit here. Inside, you'll find maps, history displays, and friendly park rangers ready to help you plan your route. And before you head to the gorge, remember, a gorge access permit is required if you want to hike down to the base of the falls. Safety first, my dears. We're about to head over to the base of the waterfall, and we've heard that we have to go over a couple of trail crossings that will go over, or water crossings that will potentially get us very wet, but we're on our way and excited and can't wait to see where this little river adventure takes us. Today I'm here celebrating George's birthday with Dekllan and Elsie. We decided to take a big old hike. There hasn't been a lot of rain, so the access to it is open. But we probably won't see a ton of mushrooms. This trail does require a permit. And hi there.
How's it going?
You do need to show that permit before you start hiking down here. Also, just checked out the visitor center where we'll be doing our candle making class later. You know, every time I see initials carved into a tree, I get it. They probably just want to leave a little memory behind. But what a lot of people don't realize is carving into the bark actually hurts the tree. That's the outer layer, the bark. It's kind of like the tree's skin. It's what keeps bugs, bacteria, and disease out. So when we cut into it, we're opening a wound that might never heal. Trees have their own way of carrying stories. The rings inside tell how old they are, the weather they've survived, and the seasons they've seen. They don't need our initials to prove they mattered. They already do. So instead of leaving our names behind, maybe we can just take a photo, press a leaf, or whisper thank you to the forest for letting us be part of its story. Because the truth is, nature doesn't need us to mark it. It just needs us to protect it. Elsie and I have decided that, she doesn't know this yet, we are going to start a fall foliage seek and find.
What's that?
And I see some good ones. We're just at the start of the foliage season, really. Like, it's really pumping up right now, and there's a lot of leaves on the ground. And it's so beautiful. Just the whole way up, I couldn't stop smiling. Not only did I see donkeys, which makes me happy, I saw many of the donkeys. That always makes me really excited because they're just so stinking cute. But also, it's just the color of the trees. Being out kind of in the middle of Tennessee, it's just so pretty. So it is the end of October, and this is when foliage is supposed to be really great.
And my birthday.
and Elsie's birthday, even though we're here celebrating her dad's. Nice, Elle. So here you can see base of the waterfall. We're gonna go find the Blackburn Fork River. Generally, it looks like somebody is here sporting the permits, but I don't see anybody here right now. So we have our permits. They're only $10, very easy to get at the state park website. So it was really no problem for us. The history of this place runs deep. Back in the 1970s, this land was granted to Sergeant Blackburn, a Revolutionary War veteran. The waterfall flows into the Blackburn Fork River, which still bears his name. Later, in 1825, a man named John Cummins purchased the property and built a water-powered mill here. For over a century, families came here to swim, fish, and trade goods, making this spot a beloved gathering place long before it ever became a state park. So there were some Eagle Scouts that built this, and I love that the nature here was making its own path, and they decided to work with it and not against it. Way to go, guys. As we made our way from the visitor center toward the gorge trail, the excitement was already building. The sound of the waterfall gets louder the closer you get, echoing through the hills, just like an invitation. The trail itself is a little rugged, part hike, part climb, part splash. That's what makes it such an adventure. We crossed the river, balanced on rocks, and even waded through the cold water hand in hand. The kids loved every second of it, and honestly, so did I. Cummins Falls isn't just beautiful, it's ancient. It's actually the 8th largest waterfall in Tennessee by volume, and the gorge that cradles it has been slowly carved over hundreds of millions of years by the steady flow of the Blackburn Fork River. The rock beneath the feet is the Mississippian-age limestone, more than 300 million years old, formed back when this part of Tennessee was still covered by a warm, shallow sea filled with corals, shells, and tiny sea creatures. You can still spot little fossils embedded in the stone if you look closely. We told Elle and Deck to imagine that the same rocks we were climbing on once rested under waves instead of trees. It's kind of humbling, isn't it? To realize that we're walking through history written in stone. Every ripple, every groove, every waterfall has been shaped by time itself.
We're trying to get to that tree.
Okay. Here. Oh my god, if I was like not scared, I would be climbing up that.
Daddy wants to climb up that pretty badly, you can tell.
Dylan would be all the way up there by now.
Yes, Dylan would have been lost to us.
Welcome to the wizard world.
That was fun though. Oh my gosh. Got another river crossing. Daddy may need to backpack you for this one, Elle. To backpack Elle for the river crossing. The rocks are slippery. waterfall itself drops a stunning 75 feet into a wide natural pool, making it one of the largest waterfalls in Tennessee by volume of water. The upper tier is about 50 feet and the lower tier another 25, creating that super dreamy two-level cascade everybody loves to photograph. Over millions of years, the Blackburn Fork River carved its way through layers of ancient limestone, rock that's over 300 million years old, from when this whole part of Tennessee was covered by that shallow sea. Cummins Falls has been named one of America's top 10 swimming holes by Travel and Leisure, and it's easy to see why. The turquoise pool, the smooth rock ledges, and the curtain of mist make it feel like you've stepped right into a hidden oasis. It's also a reminder that nature's beauty is shaped slowly, one drop of water, one season at a time. And then finally the trees opened up. The roar of the water grew louder and a cool mist drifted through the air, catching the sunlight like tiny sparks. There it was, Cummins Falls. 75 feet of cascading water tumbling over layers of ancient limestone, pouring into a deep turquoise pool surrounded by steep cliffs. Even from a distance, you could feel the power in it, that low, steady hum that seems to vibrate right through the ground beneath your feet. It's no wonder Travel and Leisure once named it one of the top 10 swimming holes in America, even if today, in the crisp October air, we were happy just to admire it from the rocks. Elle and Dekllan stood closely together watching the mist rise and swirl like smoke from the campfire. Every so often, a gust of wind would carry the spray just far enough to make them squeal and laugh. George pointed out all the patterns carved into the cliff walls, layers of stone that have been shaped by water for hundreds of millions of years. We found a dry spot to sit for just a bit, listening and having a snack. The sound of the falls, the rustle of leaves behind us, the kind of quiet that only happens in wild places. It was definitely one of those moments that reminds you why these parks are worth protecting, why it's so special that places like this exist, tucked away in the hills of Tennessee. Not every adventure has to be wild and muddy. Sometimes it's just enough to sit, breathe, and take in the view. To feel small, grateful, and completely at peace.
Okay, here I am at the base of the waterfall. Whoa! This is so beautiful. It's really slippery. It's hard to get up here. I needed some assistance, but holy smokes, it's worth it. Look at this.
Ew.
Dekllan.
There you go, Ducky.
Brilliant.
You want me to go to the island?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a little deep. Mommy, this is really deep. So we're trying to be careful. But of course, if you know me, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm really cold. You know, I'm really cold. I'm getting on this and I'm going to die. Oh my God.
After soaking it all in, we started the climb back, taking our time on the rocky path. Once we reached the top, we headed to the Overlook Trail for a whole new perspective. It's a much easier route, perfect if you're visiting with kids or just want to enjoy the view without hiking the fun of the gorge. The Overlook gives you this breathtaking panoramic view of the falls and the river winding below. From up here, you can really see how powerful and peaceful this place is all at once.
Okay, we're coming up to the really beautiful Overlook, which we got to see when we were down at the base of the falls. So I will turn us around so you guys can see. It's really nice. They have a huge platform here, which is great. So lots of people can come and see.
I found this walking stick like on the side. Ah, bug.
That's where we were before.
Bye bye. I have a witch's up. Where the doggy? Where the doggy? Oh, the doggy. There's a doggy.
We saw that dog on the trail.
Can we go make a candle now?
After an obligatory photo op, you know, the kind where everybody's hair is windblown and the kids are half squinting, half laughing, we took one last look at the falls from the Overlook. The water shimmered in the late afternoon light, and the air carried that crisp edge that only October in Tennessee can pull off. Then we started back toward the visitor center, where our candle making class was waiting for us. On the way, we passed the frog pond, which looked closed for the season. The kids leaned over looking anyway, just to check, hoping maybe one brave little frog hadn't gotten the memo. But the water was still, everything was quiet, and it felt like the pond itself had tucked in for the year, resting until spring. We laughed, took a peek anyway, and kept on walking, because even when a spot's closed, there's still something sweet about pausing to notice it.
We're here at the candle making class. So I just picked out my scent, and there's surely 100 choices.
Oh, and this is actually a buzzard.
Buzzard feather, which really ties into our story about trail. So these are the pieces we have.
Yeah, and I think you put a YouTube, right? Oh wait, that's actually perfect for me.
Awesome. We just finished our candle making class, and while we're waiting for the candles to firm up so we can take them with us, the ranger said that if we wanted to go see the ranger horse, just to jump in the car and follow her because she's here. There. Beep, beep, beep. And she'll drive us over to the barn. So that's what we're doing. We're getting really excited, but then we'll be back to finish our candles.
Hey, slow.
Y'all need a chair. You need a chair. Don't fall in. He's 7 years old.
Aww.
As the sun dipped lower and the shadows stretched across the hills, we stepped outside with our freshly made candles in hand. The air had that familiar Tennessee chill, cool enough to make you zip your jacket, but soft enough to linger in. We looked back one last time toward the gorge, knowing that somewhere below the water was still roaring, steady and timeless, just like it always has. Days like this remind me why I started Hidden Tennessee in the first place. To slow down, to notice, to share these tucked away corners that hold both beauty and history. Watching Elle and Dekllan explore, asking questions about rocks and frogs and waterfalls, I couldn't help but feel proud. Not just of the park, but of this whole state that keeps surprising us at every bend. Cummins Falls may be famous for summer swims, but in October, it's something else entirely. Quieter, moodier, more thoughtful. It's a place that doesn't just show you nature's power, but also its patience. And as we headed back to the car, candles cooling in our hands, I couldn't help but smile. Tennessee really does have a way of reminding you that even when the seasons change, there's beauty waiting in it, if you take the time to find it. Until next time, my friends, this is Amanda with Hidden Tennessee State Parks, reminding you that every wrong turn can still lead to the right views.